Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie V, and you are on the mic with Stephanie V. We're about to get into the show. I have a special person here that I'm interviewing. This is my first sit down, so you are sitting down with Stephanie V. I don't know, I tried to think of a cool name, but that's all I came up with. So here we go. I'm going to start out the show.
You're listening to Flip Pop Radio's On the Mic with Stephanie V, tackling the latest in entertainment, industry gossip, sports, entrepreneurship and business, fashion, and social media craziness.
What's up? Yeah, I had to put my little intro in there for iHeartRadio. In case you haven't tuned in, I am Stephanie V, on the mic with Stephanie V. Yay! You can catch me at stephanievar.com, Stephanie Var on Instagram, Real Stephanie Var on Twitter. You are sitting down today with Stephanie V. It's a little bit different. I'm not going to run through my chisme and sports and fashion. We're going to be talking to someone who defines my motto, which is creating a life, creating your own destiny, and living the life that you want and you choose. And so, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Estelle Archer. Hi, Estelle!
Hey, everybody.
Estelle is a fitness guru. She is a inspiration to, I don't know, I'm chopping myself up, but I'm not important. Estelle is important. She is an inspiration to many women. She has an amazing story, and she has created her own destiny. And so, Estelle, give us a brief of what you're doing in Houston, your story, your background.
Okay, so I'm here in Houston to teach a class. So hopefully some of you guys that are listening are attending. I'm teaching my sweat class. So basically it's dance fitness. We mix in twerking and squats and jumping jacks, and we have a good time. I started in a parking lot, built my business there from 5 people to almost 60 people in 6 months. And then I was blessed enough to go on a tour for an entire year where I visited all 50 states in 1 year, and now I just go back to my biggest cities and teach my classes, and Texas is one of my biggest states. So.
Yay! Well, we're so happy that you're here in Houston. I guess, going and reading your story, I find similarities in like what I'm doing as an entrepreneur, and what really was the turning point for you? I know that you were working as a graphic artist. What was the turning point in your life that you decided, I'm sorry, excuse my language, screw this, I need to focus on myself, and what was that, how did that feel at the moment?
For me, I remember specifically, it was New Year's Eve 2012, and I was in my apartment. I was really, really deep in my depression. At that point, I had already been having suicidal thoughts, and I kind of thought, like, this really can't be life. Like, there's got to be so much more to life than this right here, and all of this stress and all of this pressure and all of this darkness. So I kind of just had a wake-up moment, an aha moment, and I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to start over. I'm going to actually get up and get out of the bed, and I'm going to start moving, and I'm going to control what I can control. And I just became addicted to doing that, I guess.
And I think, first of all, I think that's just amazing, and I'm so inspired by your story, because so many people don't have the guts to actually just decide that, to make that change in your life is huge. I mean, so many people sit back and they're like, I want to do this, or I want to do that, and I want to do that, and their lives just continue. They just continue, but they don't actually just take that leap of faith and do it. So yeah. I'm so inspired by your story, and I know a lot of other women are. And tell us, have women come up to you, and what have they said to you that's like actually really made you feel like you found purpose?
I think more than even saying, I can, when they come and they're, shaking when they come to class, and they're so excited and they just want to hug me and just let me know that, I helped them get through a moment in their life. It's really the only reason that I started. I promised myself, if I got through my depression, that I would do everything in my power to help someone else get through just one day. So I don't set like these big goals for people. I'm not like, let's do this in 30 days. I'm just like, let's just get through today. And so it's rewarding to see people that are actually getting up and moving that would have never been active before.
And I think that's important, because people find that, I have to set a time frame, I have to set a time limit, instead of just knowing that if you do a little day by day, you're actually making progress in your life, as opposed to, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. Well, that's pushing it. You
Yeah.
know? So I did hear or read that you don't weigh yourself.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, not in over. It's almost 3 years now. I haven't weighed myself, and to me, it's just. I mean, you get on it, and it's like you get upset, or you get on it, and then you get excited, and you treat yourself, and then you're upset the next day. So either way, it's like a loop.
It's funny because when I was younger, I didn't look at it. I didn't get on to weigh myself or anything like that. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, well, maybe I need to check. Maybe, oh God, 1 pound. Well, I shouldn't have ate the chicken, or I shouldn't have did this, or maybe I'll cut back on this. But you're so right. Like it's a matter, and I tell my mom this too, and she's older, obviously, but it's a matter of like how you feel, and every day you should feel good.
Yeah.
So what are the age ranges that come to?
So when I was in my own studio, which we just recently moved out of my own studio about a month or two ago, I was having everywhere from little like toddlers that would come with their parents and they would dance on the side. I had a few kids that were like under 3 that would dance with us. And I have all the way up. I believe my oldest member is around 75 years old. So now we have, like young adults all the way up to seniors or mature women.
Yeah, because I've noticed, like, even at the Olympics, and I was telling my friend, it was like, there are mothers that have come back to win Olympic golds. There are people like Michael Phelps who came back at 31, and he's beating all the 19 and 20-year-olds, and I just feel like they've really concentrated on these athletes who aren't 15, 16, or 20, and at an older age and defying all odds, So it really doesn't matter your age or where you are at in life, just your will to want to change life.
Yeah, and that's what I love about my classes. It's not really about, how much can you do more than the other person. It's just, you do your own thing. So if you want to come in and you want to step side to side, more power to you. If you don't want to get on the floor and do the floor songs, stand up and make your modifications. So no matter who comes or whatever fitness level, if it's your first time working out that year or your first time that day, it's going to be a new experience, and you kind of do your own thing, and we all mesh together, and it's just great energy.
And so how do you see for like kids? I know there's like such a huge thing of like obesity for children now, and like what we're eating, and everything now is like what we're eating, GMO, gluten-free, what do you tell your your students like about diet? Because I know half of it is 50% is working out, but the other half is like what you're eating.
Right.
So what do they ask you, nutritional things? Or
I think that's one of the hard things. I don't think people really want to talk about what they're eating or know that like what they're eating is not so great for them.
Yeah.
But I do try to really stress that. I do grocery shopping trips once a month.
Okay.
So members come, or anybody actually can come and sign up, and they meet me at the grocery store.
Oh, that's great.
And we walk through every single aisle. Yeah, I've been doing that for almost 2 years now.
See,
and,
I would benefit from something like that. And, I don't work out every day. Well, I try. But I would benefit because you don't know, like you just go to the grocery store and get the same things, or you don't know about the,
or the benefits of certain foods, or which is what's the best time to buy certain things because it's going to be cheaper. So affordable eating,
and that's important too, because so it is a lot more expensive to eat healthy.
Depending on where you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did a study. I went to I don't know if you guys have Kroger here, but I went to a Kroger, I went to a Whole Foods, and I went to like Aldi, and I got the same exact items in every store, and I took the prices down, and the difference between Kroger and Whole Foods was only $3 for the same exact items. So
it's not bad. That's good to know. So if you're going into Kroger or you're going to Whole Foods saying everything's too expensive,
depending on what you buy.
But still, you can't eat good for cheap.
Yes.
So do you feel, my whole motto is, you create your own destiny. Do you feel like this was something you were destined to do? Do you, where do you see this moving in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
I do now, but growing up, I never was like, I want to be a fitness instructor when I get older. It happened really organically, and I kind of just make it work when the opportunity presents itself. I'm like, oh yeah, we can do this, or the business can go in this direction. But I don't really have a plan for it. I don't have a plan really for my life, and I don't really have a plan for my business. It's just wherever things take me.
You and who comes into your life.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing, because for so long I planned and planned and planned, and then you kind of take a step back and you're like, let me just go day by day now, instead of like stressing the fact that it hasn't gone this way or my plan hasn't gone that way. And it's just created more success
Exactly, yeah.
than writing everything down.
Yeah, and you don't have those high expectations for yourself, you know, when you don't maybe hit a goal and then you get discouraged. And, you know, if you just don't set those goals, if you just keep striving to do, like, the best that day,
Yeah.
it'll, you know, you can't really be disappointed, so.
Well, my whole campaign is to follow my feet and, you know, change people's lives and show them that you can pursue your passions and you can follow what it is that you want to do. You just have to take that risk. And I'm so inspired by your story. I'm so happy that you're here in Houston. Guys, if you want to come out to her to come work out, which I know you do, and I know you need to get it on in Houston, the address is going to be on the Facebook, so check it out. But do you know the location?
Yeah, so Dallas class we are doing tomorrow on Saturday, and we're doing it at Diamond Empire Fitness. So it's Diamond Empire 214 on Instagram.
Okay.
And we are doing that class at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we're doing class at Mean Green Training Facility, and that's going to be at 3 o'clock on Sunday, and those addresses are also on dawn-archer.com. You can also purchase tickets. Class is only $10. All my classes are super affordable, and you'll definitely leave soaking wet.
Awesome. Guys, come check her out. Definitely get up off that couch if you're having thoughts about wanting to change your life, wanting to do better for yourself. Come and work out. Come meet Estelle. She's an amazing person, and she is going to be here this weekend. So for locations and times, check it out on Facebook. I will have all her social media. Is there anything else that you want to tell everybody?
No, just keep moving. That's it. I try to leave everybody with just keep moving. Wherever you are, don't get stuck. Just keep moving.
Awesome. Thank you, Estelle.
Thank you, Stephanie.
And we are going to be out. Guys, stay tuned with On the Mic with Stephanie V. I will be in Vegas next week for another shoe show, and I'm going to be live from there. So follow my feet. Besos.
That's all for Flip Hop Radio's On the Mic with Stephanie V. Make sure to